And we start with this traffic alert and overnight news. A bad crash on Interstate 40 just east of Albuquerque still has all the westbound lanes completely closed right now.
Yeah, the crash happened around 3 this morning, and Bernalillo County Sheriff deputies say it is pretty serious. News 13's David Romero is out live on Interstate 40 with more. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Elizabeth. Well, we are exactly here at Tramway and Central. This is near I40 on the on-ramp before you get there. This is about 3 miles west of where the crash happened. Now, Bernalillo County Sheriff's deputies tell us that they received a call before 3 a.m. this morning of a driver going eastbound in the westbound lanes. And this is of I40 in the East Mountains. And then not too far from the Tijeras exit, that car going the wrong way struck another car head on. Now, both drivers were taken to the hospital. One of them had life-threatening injuries and was transported via lifeguard helicopter. Now, at this time, they are saying that there was only one person in each vehicle. And of course, we spoke with Bernalillo County Sheriff's deputies a few moments ago, and here's what they had to say.
Investigators are on scene right now trying to determine exactly what took place and also trying to determine whether or not alcohol or drugs were a factor in this crash.
And again, none of the identities of those victims are being released at this time. And so far, the only condition that we know of one of them is that they have life-threatening injuries. And of course, the interstate is expected to be shut down for at least another couple of hours while they complete their investigation. Elizabeth, back to you.
All right, David, that is unfortunate. Thank you. We will be keeping you updated as more information becomes available. And of course, we will let you know when the interstate opens back up. A local Republican bigwig is in big trouble for his jokes about two women on social media.
Bernalillo County GOP Executive Director Steve Cush is now suspended indefinitely without pay. He went on his Twitter and Facebook accounts during Tuesday night's Bernalillo County Commission debate on raising the minimum wage, and he called one speaker, quote, a radical, the B word that we're not going to say right now, that end quote. Well, fellow GOP operative Bob Cornelius also commented on another woman implying that she was a prostitute. A prostitute, Cush said that the same woman was, quote, hot enough to almost make me register Democrat.
Look, you know, it was dumb, it was stupid, the remarks were insensitive, and, you know, having two sisters, I should have known better.
Both Mr. Cush and Cornelius have apologized. State GOP Chair John Billingsley has released a statement condemning the comments, calling them incredibly offensive. The search is still on for a teenager from Colorado who went missing last fall. Sheriff's deputies were back out at Vallecito Reservoir in southern Colorado yesterday looking for this young man, Dylan Redwine. Deputies sectioned off an area here. They pumped water out of it, and then they dug in the sand. They've not said if they found any clues there. Well, Dylan was just 13 years old when he disappeared from his father's home in Vallecito last November. Well, the investigation continues in the case of an FBI agent accused of killing his own wife, who was from New Mexico. Authorities say that Arthur Gonzalez told 911 dispatchers in Virginia that he shot his wife Julie after she threatened him with a knife. Julie grew up in Socorro, and her family says she met Arthur at Highland University. Arthur's an instructor at the FBI National Academy in Quantico, Virginia, and is not charged with a crime right now. Well, a woman in Albuquerque is facing human trafficking charges after police say she helped a teenager become a prostitute. Officers say they got a tip that Tiffany McKnight here helped a 17-year-old advertise herself on a prostitution website. McKnight was busted when police say she agreed to have sex with whom she thought was a customer but was really an undercover cop. Then they say McKnight admitted to arranging meetings between the 17-year-old and a number of clients.
A former Albuquerque business owner is facing some serious prison time after being accused of cheating taxpayers. Investigators say Raymond Eichwald, who owned an eyeglass store, defrauded Medicaid by submitting false claims. In some cases, he submitted claims for 35 eyeglasses for just one person. Eichwald had one store in Albuquerque and one in Cuba. Yesterday, he accepted a plea deal in court.
How then do you plead to Medicaid fraud? 15 counts. No context.
Eichwald now faces 7 years to 22 years in prison. His sentencing is scheduled for May 30th. Police say a video vigilante in Albuquerque is doing more harm than good in his self-proclaimed mission to keep the streets safe. Okay, so an unnamed person is apparently roaming the streets, catching what he calls reckless drivers and their license plates on video and then posting them online. Now he's encouraging others to do the same thing. But state police say this is a really dumb idea.
Getting close up and personal to these other drivers and creating that perfect recipe for road rage incidences.
News 13 tried to get in touch with this online vigilante via email, but he or she never replied.
Yep.
Happening now, a bunch of kids in Albuquerque are getting ready to go to Mars.
Well, not really all the way to the Red Planet, but the convention center downtown where, get this, they're going to get the chance to see what it's like to live on Mars. Yesterday, the Air Force Research Laboratory, La Luz Academy, transformed the convention center, well, it's going to, into the Red Planet. And in just a couple hours, students will go build a livable habitat there. The kids are from 39 schools throughout the state and have spent the past 3 months working on their Mars Missions flight project.
It gives them a framework to start to hang, oh, math skills. I understand now how I can use math because I had to use math to design my habitat and make sure it was the right size to match up with the other pieces that the students from other schools were bringing.
All right, once the habitats are all done, they get inspected, they get logged. The details get so intricate that kids actually have to weigh their lunches because every pound makes a difference when you're traveling in space.